I'm back and I'm better.
Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend.
Copyright infringement.
Guess who's back?
Alright.
We're back after all summer of no activity because we have lives and internships and just plain old stuff to do that doesn't involve YouTube. But now that school year's back and we are graduating, we are back.
And better.
Sure. And what better movie to do it than with Suicide Squad? I do have to say that this is the second DC movie where the music is better than the actual movie. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
What type of nonsense?
Tell me I'm wrong.
What type of
Tell me I'm wrong.
nonsense? You were wrong.
How am I wrong?
You're nonsense.
What do you remember most about the Batman v Superman movie? Be honest.
Da da.
And Wonder Woman?
Da da. Da 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 da.
No, you're come on, you're striking out here.
It started like that.
It started like that, but then you were right with it comes in with like guitar, but you're
Da da da.
There you go. So we watched Suicide Squad, guys, obviously, because that's what you saw the title of this video was before you clicked on it.
Yeah.
But because now it is Sunday, which means we've given you guys ample time to go watch it, therefore this is a spoiler-full review. Once again, spoiler full. So if you haven't yet watched the movie, don't close out the video. Just pause it and then minimize the window. Go get in your car, go to your closest movie theater, pay 10, 11 bucks. We paid 7 because we live in a place where it's cheap. Watch the movie, go back home, open up the tab, press play, and enjoy. With that paperwork out of the way, we're going to go ahead and get started with what was both of our favorite character, despite all you critics. I have 2 words for you critics, which aren't PG-13, so I will not say, but I'll leave it up to your imagination.
F-A-U-O. Yeah.
Joker, El Guasón. Go ahead.
Wow, that's what we're going to call him?
Well, that's the Joker in Spanish.
So guys, honestly, in my opinion, for those who are familiar with the comic book Joker, his origins, the shows that we watched him in, the early ones, to be honest, you guys know the Joker as a gangster. Like, that's what he was. Joker was like, I will cut you, I will take your money, and I will have intimate relations with your woman.
What, son?
Don't do that. Get us killed. They created a sexy aura around the Joker, and I feel as though Jared Leto really portrayed the Joker very well. He was psychotic. I mean, there's no question about that. I mean, you know, apparently the Joker's supposed to be a sociopath, quote unquote. Nah. Dude is psycho. He ain't right in the head. He's not right in the head. But they created that. And if you were looking for a Heath Ledger type of Joker, if you're looking for a ha, yeah, Batman, run around and have fun, he, cut at the lips, yeah, type of Joker, Heath Ledger type thing, you know, no, you didn't get that. You got, Joker was a straight up thug. Homie had squad suits with Joker on it. With something 23. Was it J23? Something like that. Or C23. I thought it was either C or J.
I think it was J, because everyone called him Mr. J.
Just know, the man was not playing around. Man had automatics, like he was not playing. And he was not playing by his woman either. And so, personally, I feel as though I would have preferred more scenes with the Joker. Like, I'm actually just as upset as Jared Leto, because I mean, honestly, if I was given a role to play and I was so invested in it and I studied up on it and I did my homework and I got into that role, for you to cut most of my scenes, which there's no real reason for it, I need an explanation.
Well, the movie was 2 hours long. So.
Even so, I feel like there were some stupid scenes that they really could have cut out to add a little bit more time for the Joker. I feel like the Joker could have, if we're going to say that I'm going to be a critic of the movie here and speak as though I did not like it, I would have said that the more Joker roles or more Joker scenes would have saved the movie a little bit more. Because I feel like those were scenes that we really liked.
Yeah. Which brings to my next point. We all knew that because Will Smith was in this movie, and I think we can all agree that Will Smith is the biggest name on the cast for this movie. it was kind of obvious that, you know, the Suicide Squad movie was going to have a lot of Will Smith in it, and a lot of Deadshot without his mask on, which is a whole other comic book nitpick point because he never takes his mask off. But I mean, obviously they weren't going to get Will Smith and have him have a mask on the whole movie, which is very sad for comic book fans. But my Joker to Deadpool ratio was really off.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, it was a Suicide Squad movie, which doesn't include the Joker. The Joker was just, let's be honest, shoehorned in there to make the movie more appealing. But which it did.
And Harley Quinn's role too, because he added to her role.
Yeah, he did add
If
to
he
her.
hadn't been there, Harley Quinn would have served less of a purpose.
Yeah, but I just wish, and I mean, I love me some Will Smith. Will Smith is one of my favorite actors, although his movie selection is questionable at best. I did take that. That was your line. I did take your line. I'm sorry.
You did steal my line.
However, I would have been okay having a little bit less Will and a lot of more. What's his name? Jared Leto. Joker.
Jared Leto.
Yes, but their dynamic between, like you said, Jared Leto, Joker, and Harley Quinn was straight out of the comics.
So sexy.
It was
so sexy.
It was uncomfortable at times to me. I know she disagrees with me.
I loved it.
No, I'm not saying I didn't like it, but there was just times like that scene where with Common, which Common was rumored to be in it, which is funny because I was just like,
I didn't even like his role. I was just
it was just
like, this
Common.
is useless. Literally. Like, Common was just flung in there. He was just like, yo, Joker. And we're just like, no.
And then that scene where she's like on him and like seducing him.
You don't want me?
Like, it was cool because it showed, it was the establishing factor that showed, alright, this Joker's a badass because he just, bah! That's it.
For no reason, to be honest.
Right. So that was what really showed us, okay, this Joker he doesn't talk, he just shoots. So that was cool.
Man, homie was ready when his henchman walked in and he was sitting in a circle of knives.
Oh,
Homie was ready. Homie said, what? Who?
And his henchman was just like, oh.
Homie was ready. He would have popped off.
Oh, that scene was kind of pointless. It looked cool, but it was pointless.
That scene was pointless to me because I was just like, I mean, now in retrospect, I see now that it did serve a purpose to show that he was actually pining for Heine.
He wanted some tushy.
He was pining for Heine. He was pining for Harley, and so he wanted to go. Harley's Heine. He wanted to go save Harley.
I want to move on to my next favorite character. Despite what her next favorite character is, I want to move on to Diablo. And no, it is not a Hispanic thing. Although
That's my favorite one of my favorite characters.
No, but you liked what's his face more, didn't you?
Who?
That guy.
What guy?
I can't remember.
I didn't like anybody but Diablo.
Because he's Hispanic.
I like the Joker a lot, but that's a given.
But I just felt like Diablo was really cool, especially since at the end they did throw in the
Megaform.
Yeah, because, I mean, I don't know much DC. I'm sorry, guys. We all have declared on here that I am a Marvel Comics guy. I read Marvel Comics. I don't read DC Comics as much. I do support you guys' movies. I want you guys to do well. I really like Diablo. Diablo was really cool. His whole... the CGI, I feel like it was just spent on him, to be honest, because it was just top-notch.
It was pretty wild.
Who else? Who am I missing? Oh, one character whom I had very high hopes for, who, before the movie even began, I told Chenice, watch out for her because she is about to be amazing. Because she has acted her balls off before. So I expected a lot, which is very sad because once the movie started, every single scene that she was in where she wasn't whispering Enchantress or doing her deep, manly, I got lots of testosterone voice was very, very, very horrible.
So you want to say the name or?
I said Enchantress. Cara Delevingne. I've seen her act really well in other movies before, and I was expecting greatness, and it was just very sad because whenever she was in this movie, I felt someone on my right just looking at me, just shaking their head, just telling me how much of a failure I was. When it wasn't my failure, it was her failure. And before she gets her point of view, because this is my point, not hers, I want to say that before she tries to recast people, this one is on David Ayer, the director. I feel like if you've cast someone already, you need to be able to have the ability to tell your actors, you getting paid pretty well for this movie, so I need you to go back and do it again until you get it right.
And while I agree, at the same time, I feel like David Ayer was looking to find an equivalent to the Olsen girl that plays Scarlet Witch. I feel like not because their roles are similar, because they are by far completely different characters, but as it pertains to the actresses, I feel like there are certain similarities between them. Blondes, short, don't really have much background in acting. I mean, Cara Delevingne was in Paper Towns and whatever else he watched, it apparently being a wallflower or something like that he watched and he was impressed with. But I feel as though both of these actresses were what? The perks of being a wallflower.
There you go.
Being a wallflower, you didn't just add the perks. Anywho, I feel as though there was some type of, there are actresses that weren't necessarily placed into these roles, but placed into these roles with confidence, but placed into these roles based on a leap of faith because they needed somebody and they didn't want just anybody, but they, just one of those things. I feel as though, when it comes to the Olsen girl, that leap of faith was rewarded. As opposed to Cara Delevingne, I feel as though, in her coming of age, I'm a teen, I'm angsty type movies, she plays the role best because one, that's her age range. That's probably the movies that she watches the most. But also, I have to give her the benefit of the doubt in this is a really big movie, it's a really big universe, and you're trying to get stuff off the ground. I'm sure she was no stranger to how important this film was into, laying the foundation, well, one of the foundations of the new DCEU universe, world. Anywho, I feel as though that may have caused her to be nervous, and that is, again, where the director comes in and says,
no excuse. One more character that I actually want to talk in depth about because you had a lot to say about her, which was hilarious, and that is Amanda Waller. The big baddie that put the team together. Task Force X was under her command. It was hilarious because the very first time that she saw her on screen, mind you, I don't think Amanda Waller was ever portrayed in cartoons, not that I know of.
Not that I know of.
She was portrayed in...
Was she white or black in the cartoons?
She's always been black. She's always been black?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She was portrayed in Arrow, and she's portrayed quite well, although she was killed off, which was a good move because Amanda Waller isn't that important. The second that she popped up on screen, Chenice was just like, she's evil! She's evil!
I knew.
And she used another word. And I used another word. I just said she was...
like they called her a B word. Yeah. Female dog.
But that she wasn't evil. But it was funny because at the end of the day, when you really think about it, Suicide Squad is this lady bringing in criminals, putting bombs in their head, and making them do what she says. So yeah, that's...
With the excuse of them having been... criminals in the first place, so society don't need them.
If we're gonna talk morals here and ethics, then yeah, she is very evil, and I wish she had died.
She killed all the people afterwards when they saved her. She's evil. That was funny.
Especially what was it that Will Smith, that shot said when he was walking away?
I can't remember.
He was just like, that was gangster or something like that?
Yeah.
Man, but at the end of the day, I wish she had I just wish she had died because if we're talking like money here, it'd be cool if she wasn't in it and they could bring in someone else that was like cooler to be like another member of Suicide Squad or something.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about the fact that there was 2 Justice League cameos in this movie.
Oh yeah.
And one wasn't much a cameo because we all knew he was in, but we didn't know how much scenes he was in.
Oh, Batman?
Batman, I thought, okay, he's about to be in that Joker scene with the purple Lamborghini. And he's going to capture the Joker.
That was a really great scene.
And all that other stuff. And then that's it. But no, we saw him catch the Joker and Harley. We saw him catch Deadshot. Mm-hmm. And we saw him catch Boomerang, right?
Did he catch Boomerang?
Yeah, he caught Boomerang.
No, Flash caught Boomerang.
Flash caught Boomerang, you're right. And it was funny because that was spoiled for me before I watched the movie. And it was just like, there's another DC person in this movie. And it's Ezra Miller playing Flash. And they were just like, but don't blink because you might miss it. So when I knew that, I told her to make sure that she didn't blink because she might miss something. But obviously you could have blinked like 5 or 6 times during that scene because he was standing there in his CGI suit, which looks kind of cool. It just isn't as practical as the one from the TV show. That's my only gripe with the costume. However, how do you feel about the Flash and Batman in the movie?
What I found amazing, because it's kind of in relation to that, but it's not. that the whole metahuman thing, I feel as though I loved how they did it here.
What do you mean?
Now, remember the cameo in Batman vs Superman?
Oh, well,
Where
yeah,
they
it was
had the
shoehorned.
whole file full of metahumans showing all this stuff. That was, as we have stated before in that other video, we preferred that hadn't been in that movie. Like, it would have been great.
Actually, that would have been a great after credit scene of that movie.
Right? Now, that would have been great. Now, in this one, however, when they were mentioning and referencing metahumans, that is how you bring a topic about in a movie without saying, hey,
Cameo.
metahumans. We understand metahumans are the basis of all of these characters' lives. Everybody's a metahuman, yes. But nobody wanted to know the whole Justice League and their cast members and everything before. What? Before just shoved in our face like that, you know? The way that they did it here was highly appreciated. The after credit scene, highly appreciated. It was subtle.
Can we end on that?
It was cute. Yes, we can.
Okay, I want to talk about that because I feel like we all understood, even those that didn't understand, don't know, the comic verse and all that stuff like me, because I only knew that because I watched YouTube videos before.
Yeah.
We all understood Amanda Waller giving Bruce Wayne the files of the metahumans, that's how he goes into the Justice League trailer, which if you haven't watched, go watch it because it's really fun.
We'll link it below.
Which is where, he gets all the list of people that he needs to go find so he can create his super team. But what I caught that excites me more than even that, because we all know that was going to happen eventually, was that it was a trade. So what is the trade-off necessarily, other than Bruce Wayne Technologies creating gadgets for the Suicide Squad members?
Which I didn't know, and I still,
Which is, to me, is the equivalent of, Tony Stark building all the stuff for Cap and for all those people.
Because Bruce Wayne is Bruce Wayne, like.
Right. So now you're gonna have a Deadshot that isn't just using regular weapons. Now you're literally building him weapons
like flip down from his
for
eye
him. Right. And then now you have extra protection. Or imagine if Captain Boomerang had the boomerang with the little camera on it. God knows where he got that. But now,
Boomerang was hilarious.
Imagine a boomerang made by Bruce Wayne.
That man was hilarious. That dude dipped.
Yeah, he was funny.
He said, "You're free to go."
Jai Courtney, that's his name.
Shut. The man said, "Nope, I'm gone." Sorry,
She gets off topic a lot.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, I feel like that's a pretty good note to end on after credit scene. I feel like the movie gave me hope for the DCEU. And as a Marvel fan, I want DC to do well.
Yeah.
Because I want DC to do well so well to where Marvel realizes, although they haven't given us crappy movies lately, the last couple have been really good, but I don't want them to start slacking off because DC isn't doing well. I want them to be like, alright, we feel under pressure because DC's doing well, which means that our fans are about to be like, alright Marvel, come on, pick it up. So as long as DC is doing well, Marvel's going to do well. And it just becomes an everlasting competition that just makes a geek like me so very happy.
And me too.
She's a geek too.
I'm not a geek.
Anyway,
I'm
guys.
an associate geek.
You're an associate geek.
I'm an associate.
There's no such thing.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, guys. Hopefully you guys watch Suicide Squad. If you agree or disagree with us in any of our points, or have any extra points to add of your own, please put them down below in the comment section.
So, like and subscribe. Thumbs up if you like this video. Comment below. Let us know what you think. And favorite our videos. Interact with us. Subscribe, man. Subscribe, man.
Subscribe.
Share, man.
Suscríbete.
Come on, fam.
I don't know how to say subscribe in French, but
Get it together. Thanks, guys. See you later.